Hi everyone, it's Luis Fernandez with the LRF Group with Berkshire Hathaway with EWM. It's a Tuesday afternoon. I'm here in my office in Coral Gables and just having a nice little coffee just to relax myself a little bit. It's actually around 2:30 in the afternoon. But I came across this article on Housing Wire, and it's by Flávia Nunes, and she's writing about the Federal Housing Finance Agency. The new conforming loan limits that are increasing for 2025, which is good news for buyers. I think it's awesome. Excuse me for a second while I take a little sip of my coffee. That's very nice. I'd like to read you the article. I'll just briefly let's go over it, and I think you'll find it interesting. It says here, the Federal Housing Finance Agency has set a new baseline conforming loan limit of $806,500 for one-unit properties in 2025, authorizing Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to purchase mortgages up to this amount. The new limit reflects a 5.2% increase over the current $766,550 cap for 2024, aligning with home price trends. The adjustment indicates a weaker housing market this year, driven by still elevated mortgage rates. By comparison, the 2024 limit rose by 5.5%. Raising the conforming loan limits helps buyers finance higher-priced one-unit homes more efficiently, especially as affordability remains challenging. However, these increases also spark ongoing debate over whether government-backed mortgages should cover amounts nearing $1 million, a threshold first reached in 2022. That's the case for areas where 115% of local median home value exceeds the baseline conforming loan limits value, where the Housing and Economic Recovery Act establishes a ceiling at 150% of the baseline limit. Ultimately, the new ceiling loan limit for one-unit properties will be $1,209,750. In addition, special statutory provisions establish different loan limits for areas such as Alaska, Hawaii, and Guam, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. In these areas, the baseline loan limits for one-unit properties is $1,209,750. For some lenders, next year may bring little changes, as non-banks have already raised their conforming loan limits ahead of the FHFA official announcement, an increasingly common autumn practice. However, the adjustments varies among different competitors. These preemptive adjustments reflect a fierce competition in the mortgage market, just beginning to recover from a recent decline. Companies face mounting pressures to introduce new initiatives to attract brokers and capture more purchases business. Conforming loan limits adjust each year according to a formula based on third quarter home prices data. The 2008 Housing and Economic Recovery Act mandates that the baseline can only rise after the price returns to pre-recession levels. That condition was met 8 years later in 2016 when FHFA increased conforming limits for the first time in decades. Importantly, even if home prices fall, the ceiling doesn't decrease. However, it rises whenever home prices increase year over year. So they have a scale here starting in 2016 until 2024. When imagine back in 2016, the conforming loan limit was $417,000, and the next year it went up to $424,100, which is a 1.7% increase. And after the following year, it went up to 6.8% increase, 6.8% increase again in 2019, 2020, 5.3% increase. Check this out, in 2022, it went 18% increase. So the year before, in 2021, the conforming loan was $548,250. And in the following year, in 2022, it was $647,200. It was an 18% increase. This is very interesting because it tells the consumer as the conforming loan rises, it reflects the real estate market. And anyone out there who's thinking that the market's going to crash and we're going to get back to levels of price points of 2019, that's I keep on preaching that time and time again to who's ever willing to listen. That's not going to happen. Listen, anything is possible, but for that to happen, we have to have some major economic implosion, some national or worldwide economic meltdown. But we're not going to see prices of 2018, 2019 in any time soon, and perhaps in our foreseeable life in our future. So if you're thinking about, well, I'm waiting to see the market crash before I jump in to buy, look at the track record just here of these conforming loans. Have they increased in the percentage? We're not talking about 1 or 2%. We're talking about, averaging about 7.5% a year, and even this year in sales for properties across the country, it was slow. The appreciation, though, on average across the country, homes are appreciating at a clip of 5%. At 5%. So when you see this, if you're a buyer, you need to make a decision and get off the fence and pull the trigger. Remember, you marry the property, but you can date the interest rates, right? So you purchase a property today, and if the interest rates happen to adjust downward, then you can always refinance. But you need to find a property, because the longer you wait, you're going to be priced out. Not only based on the appreciation, but also if the interest rates maintain relatively high or go higher, you might be priced out or need to compromise on what you're looking to buy. So I hope this information was useful, and thank you so much for listening, and continue to listen, because we are watching out for you in the best interest of your property. Again, if you're thinking about moving down here to Florida, we're also licensed up in New York. We are a certified relocation team. We're more than happy to assist you in any way possible. If you have any questions on this article, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. I'm Luis Fernandez with the LRF Group team, and thank you so much. Until the very next time, all the very best. Bye-bye. And let me get back to my coffee.